Hi YouTube. What I have here is my Onkyo Integra TX-870 receiver. I bought this receiver either late 80s or early 90s if I remember. I actually used to sell these when I worked for a electronics chain, which is long since out of business, but I've had the receiver obviously for years, pretty much trouble free. One problem I've had, which seems to crop up from time to time and is cropping up big time now, is the protection circuit. And back then, Onkyo called it, I think they called it computer control. But I cannot figure out, I don't see anything resembling relays. Of course, you get on the internet and people say, well, pop the cover on a relay and clean it out, or spray deoxit everywhere and you should be all set. It's not that easy on these things, and I'll show you. This is the power supply. It's a massive transformer. Here's the capacitors. Of course, everyone loves changing these things, and you know, there's probably people who wouldn't even pop the cover on one of these, and they'd say, "Oh, you gotta change all the caps. You know, you got bad capacitors." But you can see, I don't see any bad caps. I don't see anything bulging. I don't see any obvious signs. I thought these were relays, and I see a couple of things on them that look like little screws, but they might even be adjustments. I see no way to pop those boxes. And then over here, next to the big caps, you've got something that looks like, I'm guessing this is where filtering is done of some kind to filter ripple out. You've got something that looks like a relay over here. You've got a fuse. Yes, I checked the fuse. Yes, the fuse is fine. And then you've got wires coming off the power supply and off that filter area coming up to the display here. And this is where, as far as I can tell, what you're about to hear in a minute, that sounds like that's where the clicking is from. But let me turn this thing on, or try to turn it on. You'll see what happens. And there it goes in a fast clicking. It will click for about 20 seconds. Then it will turn completely off. It will not get out of any kind of, won't go through a protection mode. The more you try it, the shorter that duration goes, maybe for 10 seconds or so, and then it just shuts completely down. If anyone knows this receiver, if they know the TX-800 series Onkyos and knows how this protection circuit works, I'd really love to hear from you. And I'm probably going to end up bringing this receiver to a local electronics place. One of those places that probably wants $100 just to pop the cover, and they'll probably tell me the same thing, that you got to change all your caps, all those capacitors are bad, you got to change them. Well, changing capacitors is not the answer to this problem. I'm sorry. I mean, I know enough about these things. It's not the magic bullet to get this thing. It's been working up until today. I've had a couple of problems with the protection circuit taking, a long time to cycle, but eventually it does. But in this case, now I've got this fast clicking, and I just cannot get it to boot back up. So again, anyone who knows this series of receiver who can help me, very much appreciated. Thanks for your help, and please feel free to leave some comments on this video. Thanks a lot.